Hello everyone and welcome to the FPL Gameweek 10 press conference stream with me, Holly Shand, and it's going to be an exciting one because we're waiting on rather a lot of team news after what was a very chaotic League Cup round in midweek. 13 teams in action and it felt like every single team picked up at least one issue. We've already heard this morning from Arteta with an update on Gabriel. We've also heard from Arne Slot this morning and from Eddie Howe. And yesterday there were 7 press conferences: Brentford, Brighton, Everton, Leicester, Manchester United, Nottingham Forest and West Ham. So to come this afternoon, I've just seen that the Chelsea press conference has been pushed back to 1:30. So probably ought to update that on here. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll change all the flags around so that we've got it in the right order. Everything seems in a bit of a weird order today, if I'm honest, because normally we see Aston Villa at 2 o'clock. They're coming earlier today. We normally see Pep at 12:30. I had the stream scheduled for 12:30. He's since changed his mind and is doing his press conference at 2 o'clock. I've never known Pep do a 2 o'clock presser before. Hopefully he's not late, but with Pep you never know. So if your team's anything like mine, you've probably got loads of issues that you really want information for. There's quite a few flagged players that we need information for, and interestingly there's quite a few players that aren't flagged or weren't flagged that should have been, like Isak wasn't flagged, for example. So we did have an update from Arteta this morning. I'm just going to update the bar underneath. I probably should have done this before I went live, but completely forgot that Gabriel could make the squad for Arsenal after training today. We want Guardiola news. That feels like a big one to get information for today because of his ownership in the game. We heard about Wood and McNeil yesterday. Nuno didn't say anything specifically on Chris Wood. He said that there were some issues with the squad. McNeil has a chance apparently. We should hear about Son today, which will be an interesting one to hear if you're a Son owner. Eze will get that update at 1:30. So there's quite a lot to unpick. So make sure you're staying tuned for the next hour or so. While you're here, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Something's gone a bit weird here, hasn't it? Have I lost the press times? I'm chatting and then it's not looking how I was expecting it to. I've obviously saved something in the wrong place. I tried to update the press times and it's all gone wrong. There we go, press times. Has that fixed it? Super. While you're here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and head along to the chat and let me know where you're watching from today. You can also let me know as well what injury news you are waiting on. I could make some big changes in my team this week. I'm actually looking at going from Foden to Salah. I'd have to sell Gabriel for 8 Nori and probably Colwill for Vandenberg as well. But I am quite tempted by that move. There was a few in very early. We've got new member emojis live, by the way, that I've just put in. So if you want to get on that, then please do. The Tarek was in early, looking at Foden to Son. We need the Son news, which was coming up shortly. London Andy's wondering about Captain Haaland. The Captain Poll is live, by the way. Haaland, Salah and Palmer, your 3 options. I had Palmer captain at the start of the week, but I feel like Manchester United new manager bounce. I love this from Light Rays. This proper made me laugh when I was getting set up. Got a feeling this stream will be carnage, either injured or needs to be assessed before the game, leaving us with lots of questions. I've got to agree with you there. FPL Chicken with similar comments. Alex is in, excited for the press conference stream live from Nairobi. Scott is in from Lexington, Kentucky. Danish from India. Henry in Indonesia. Blue Flame, ever the Joker. Shiraz is in and watching from Lebanon. Nixie in Sweden. FPL Chicken's at the moon, that's impressive. Nicholas watching from Kenya. Another one from Kenya. Yeah, we'll go through the team news very shortly. Mike's in Sunny Hove. I feel like you need to mix it up one week. Chantel is watching in Barbados. Manchester Mavericks got plenty of flagged players in his team. I think I'm doing all right with just 3. The reason Greaves is in my team is that he's definitely going to go. Well, not definitely going to go. That spot's probably going to be upgraded. Abod is in from Yemen. Good to see you. Don't feel like I've seen you in for a while. Kevin from Torquay. Azaro in Set Kit. Stephen's in Malaysia. Brad in South Africa. Manchester Maverick in a cloudy Manchester. Yeah, let's have a look first. Let me just check that we've got no press conference started yet. No, we're all right. Let's have a look first then at what we know already in terms of injury news. So this was the quote from Arteta on Gabriel. We have a training session today. If he can complete that, he will be available. He hasn't had one yet. I think Arteta was positive, but I think it was more positive that Gabriel was not a serious issue and wasn't going to be out for a while. I don't think that means that he's a definite starter. By the way, guys, that game is the early kickoff tomorrow, so there's hope that we will get leaks for the deadline stream. I'll put the link for the deadline stream in the chat. Make sure you click on that link and hit the notify button. It'll let you know when I am live. How on Gordon and Isak, they both feel okay. Both with niggling injuries, so we'll make a decision today. Wilson is coming back after the international break. There was some concerns about the fitness of Kuna, but he was spotted in a training video yesterday. Martin Odegaard is on his way back as well. Fulkrug remains out for West Ham. Yeah, the issue with Wood isn't thought to be serious. I'm not concerned as a Wood owner that he's not going to start. But yeah, Nuno just said some issues and didn't specify there, which was a bit frustrating for FPL managers. There's 400 of you in already, guys, which is amazing. Make sure you've liked and subscribed while you're here. Yeah, McNeil has got a chance for the game at Southampton. Kanji is fine. We'll hear from Pep in an hour. Broya, he's working hard. Stats are good. Yeah, this was interesting that Gabriel could have played against Preston but was protected. Sancho was absent midweek with illness. Pep was planning a quiet training session yesterday. And then this is the Guardiola one. He was receiving treatment on the pitch at full time. He did make a post about something on Instagram about being excited for Saturday, so you didn't imagine they were okay. Yeah, Ben White is out though for Arsenal, or a doubt for Arsenal. Pep said that Rico Lewis is the only player he cannot rest, so imagine that he starts midweek. Imagine he's benched at the weekend, sorry. Savio stretchered off. We'll get that update soon. Spurs we're going to hear from at any time. This was an interesting one I saw Praz post about, that Salah is not going on international duty, which makes me want to buy him even more. Walker and De Bruyne unlikely to be back before the break. João Pedro is a wait and see, but could be involved on Saturday, which is exciting. And then we'll get Wharton and Eze updates today. So that's where we're at with that. Let's open the tweet deck and see if any of these 1 o'clock press conferences have started. So as a reminder, we was expecting Bournemouth, Southampton and Spurs. Yeah, Liverpool Echo are reporting a crisis. I'm just checking that we've not missed anything while I've been going through all of that injury news. I think we're okay for now. But yeah, there is meant to be 3 presses going on now. It looks like the the Southampton press conference has started, at the very least, and the Bournemouth one is on time. Can't see any evidence of the Spurs press conference yet, but I'm sure it'll be around soon enough. 500 of you in. We're on 99 likes. Be the 100th. I'd appreciate that, guys. Shall we do some questions while we're waiting? I'm just sorting out my desktop a bit because I couldn't see where I was. Oh, FPL Harry is in. Good to see you, Harry. Is your team in disarray like the rest of us? What do we think to the Ruben Amorim appointment at United then? Akbar says, how much more patience would you have with Solanke and Brennan Johnson? Yeah, this is a difficult one. Where I'm at with it is the fixtures. I really want a Spurs attacker for Villa at home and Ipswich at home. I think I will sell Solanke after game week 11. That's the plan. Oh, I like this from Shiraz. He says, I've seen some updates on your stream videos. Yeah, the box in the bottom corner, so below me, is new for this week. And obviously the member emojis are new this week as well. So hopefully you're having fun with them. Nelson needs Son and McNeil to be fit. Yeah, I'm not that convinced on McNeil starting, if I'm honest. Ethan's asked about the press conference time. So supposedly now it's Bournemouth, Southampton and Spurs. But there's no updates on the tweet deck yet. And then supposedly the Villa press conference is at 1:30, which is earlier than normal. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Ipswich and Wolves all at 1:30 as well. And then the big one, Man City, 2 o'clock. Yeah, Lavato says, any knowledge of Woods? No, nothing serious. Nothing like significant that was specifically saying about him. Who's this that was seen in training? Is that João Pedro? Right. Kepa and Sinistera will miss tomorrow's match against Man City. Kepa's a big miss, isn't he? How many games has Kepa... Because Kepa obviously didn't play... No, he didn't play against Villa. See, the games that Kepa's not played, they've conceded 2 goals, 2 goals. Ah, no, because that was when he was still at Chelsea, yeah? I can't really fathom whether that's going to be... Whether that's good news for City assets or not. Surely it is. Billing is available again. Justin is in. Good to see you. Skiri says he's Van de Ven injured. I'd imagine so, given his reaction. Should hear from Postecoglou any time. Graham says, thinking of bringing in Wissa for Solanke or Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I'd bring Wissa in. Probably for Calvert-Lewin. If you can upgrade Calvert-Lewin to Wissa. Is it to be fair, I can't remember how much those two are, to be fair. Is Calvert-Lewin actually cheaper than Wissa, or are they the same price? This is 6, Calvert-Lewin's 6, but imagine if you've had Calvert-Lewin for a little bit, you may have some value in there. But yeah, if you can do straight swap from Calvert-Lewin to Wissa, I'd do that. Akshat is in and modding. Good to see you, Akshat. Is you the first mod in today? Thank you, mate. I need Son and Guardiola to be fit. I think you'll probably get lucky there. Would be my view. Yes, come in any time, Jason. Apparently FPL Harry's taking Haaland out. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm just winding you up, Harry. Yeah, Stradix, Travers to start. Is Wood in or out? He's an in for me. Bonkers LFC is predicting Gakpo to start. Yeah, it's a tricky one, this. Because they both started, didn't they? Diaz and Gakpo both started in the Cup. But I do feel like Gakpo is first choice over Diaz. FPL Down Under, I've been here since the start. Oh, yeah, sorry. I forgot. Andy Burton says potentially a risk, but could you go with both West Ham keepers? And Turner's meant to drop soon. Yeah, we don't know whether Fabianski keeps his place at this point. I think that's too risky. Porro v Doggy, who would you rather? Porro, but the problem is he's a bit more expensive than you, Doggy, isn't he? You know, an extra 0.6 million. I'm not that convinced by Spurs' defence, though. But I guess with Porro, it doesn't matter. You owning him for the attacking returns and anything else is a bonus. Time for Salah to be rested. Did he start in the Cup? No, he's benched. I think he'll be fine. Presser is at 1:30 for Eze. Akshat says, in the next few weeks, my team might have players like Son, Saka, Palmer and Burmo and Haaland. Thoughts? Yeah, it's doable. Is Hall a starter? Yeah, obviously he lost his place. And then he regained it, didn't he? I'd say he's... I mean, he's not fully nailed on. Obviously, I think it was significant that Howe went with Kelly for the Bournemouth game. And then I think Kelly had a decent game, so we let him start again at home to Spurs. But since then, it's kind of been all Hall. I don't know whether I'd be buying him, though. Yeah, it's a bit quiet at the moment in terms of these 1 o'clock press conferences. Not quite sure why we've had no quotes from Southampton or Spurs yet, and the Chelsea one's been pushed back. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Hall's price, 4.3i. Shall I show you what I'm looking at doing with my team then? I don't know whether it's the best idea. I just really want Salah. And I want Aït-Nouri. This is the move that I could have done last Friday. But the Aït-Nouri price rise on Friday morning priced me out of it. But yeah, if I sell Colwill, I've got 4.2 million for a defender. So that's why I was looking at Vandenberg. So I'd be using all three transfers. I really want Salah though. I really want to bring him in and captain him. I've been going without him for too long. To be fair, if I used funds from Solanke, which I probably ought to consider, I could also get there. So this suggests Solanke to Jimenez, Colwill to Aït-Nouri. Let me just reset this. don't really want Jimenez. I'd rather have Wissa. I can't quite get there, can I? I could do that. I want Solanke for the next 2 game weeks, though. We'll think about it. It's probably not going to do it till tomorrow. I do need to keep an eye, actually, on price changes tonight. So the players I'm buying are Salah, who's not close to a rise. Vandenberg, who's not close to the rise, and Aït-Nouri, who's at 2 days at the moment. And the players making way would be Foden, who's okay for dropping. Gabriel dropped last night, but it wasn't... I didn't lose any more money in him. And who was the other one? Was it Colwell? Yeah, so I should be all right. I probably will make a decision on it in the morning. Right, let's have a look at this tweet deck, see if we've got anything. Oh, we've got the update from Southampton. Ryan Fraser faces a late... Didn't mean to click that. Faces a late fitness test. A few Saints players have been struggling with illness, but everyone has trained fine and should be okay. I think that's all we're going to get then, for now. I don't know what's happened to Spurs in their press conference. Your guess is as good as mine. Aaron has joined us at the budget pick. Thank you, Aaron. Is Rodgers worth keeping? Yeah, I'd say so at this price point. Here we go. Van de Ven has a hamstring injury, which is not serious. He'll be back after the international break, so he's only going to miss 2 league games. Yeah, Mykolenko and Aït-Nouri are both 1 yellow off a suspension. Bobby, -4 to get Salah in for Eze. That sounds good. Home game. Is it 6 double-digit hauls in 9 this season? Yeah, but he's not going on international duty, which is huge. Strand Larsen and Jimenez, or Welbeck and Jimenez. I'd sooner go Wissa and Kuna, if you could afford that. If that's affordable. I can't get Wissa because of the goalkeeper. Oh, yeah. Between Wissa and Kuna, which one to go for? I think Wissa just at the moment. Beto. Yeah, he's only played about 10 minutes a week at the minute, though. FPL Amateur says Haaland outscores Salah this week. Maybe with Kepa out. Could be significant. Guardiola updates coming at 2 o'clock. Yeah, I'm in the same boat for me. It's one of them, like... I can't justify getting Saka back after a week, but I can justify going to Salah. Eze news is at 1:30, so in 10 minutes. Yeah, no, I think Guardiola should be okay. We'll see. Salah in for Johnson this week, captaining, then in game week 12, Saka and one of either Kuna or Jackson in for Son and Solanke. Yeah, they look like good moves, Aaron. Thank you, and welcome to the channel memberships. Yeah, if you want to ask a question in stream and you definitely want to get it answered, it's way cheaper or way better value to join as a channel member. I think it's like $1.99 for the month. And then you get, hang on, you get all the channel emojis and stuff like that. So I definitely do that instead of doing super chats. Kuna, Duran, Watkins. Yeah, Duran needs work then. I think there's a quote on Son somewhere. This is from Tom Barkley. Remember, Postecoglou is very honest with us. Son trained today. Oh, this better work. My Athletic account has been playing up again. Should be available. That's positive. If you're a Son owner, that is positive. So Postecoglou added Son trained on Friday and should be available to make his return from injury on Sunday, having missed Spurs' last 2 outings. I'll take that. I'd take that if you're a Son owner. Romero also brought off in midweek, but was removed as a precaution and still has a chance to feature at the weekend. There we go then. It's a good enough update for me. Yeah, so it sounds like Odegaard could be back as soon as midweek for Arsenal. Down, Stevens and Manning. We don't need to worry about that. How are we feeling, Son owners, then? Is that good enough? Ranak is in. He says, Happy Diwali. Yeah, Happy Diwali to all who celebrate. Shiraz says, I've got no Parma this week. Should I be scared? Absolutely. There's 800 of you in. That is crazy. Like, thank you for the support, guys. It does blow my mind how many people watch these nowadays. I used to have like 100 in, and I could answer every single question. Do I think United beat Chelsea? I think they've got a chance now. Yeah. A lot of these injuries are clearing themselves, which is good news, to say the least. Is Foden to Saka worth it this week? Yeah, I'd say so. Guardiola news is coming at 2 o'clock. Birdie, good to see you, mate. Simon says happy with that. Justin said this stream is a must-see. Oh, thank you. If you are here, we're 2 likes away from 200. So do your thing. And if you subscribe, then you can comment in the chat as well, which is a little bonus for you guys. Yeah, I'd say that's good news on Son. Any Son owners in the chat? So we have now heard from Bournemouth, Southampton and Spurs. But just a reminder, in 5 minutes' time, we've got another 6 press conferences. We've got Aston Villa, Chelsea, Palace. That'll have updates on Eze, Fulham, Ipswich and Wolves. And then at 2 o'clock, it's City. Now, the City press conference could well be a long one because there's so many players with issues. It's ridiculous. I best actually update the breaking news tab. Who shall I get rid of for Son news? Should I get rid of... Can everyone hear my ring doorbell go off? Should I get rid of Forest or Everton? To replace with Son. Forest. Okay. I think we had an update on Gibbs White yesterday. So Son has trained and should be available. You know it's a busy week when you need to decide who, which injury news you're kicking out to replace with another one. What are we saving that as? There we go. Replace. There we go. Should now be updated. Was that the news? Was that everything? Definitely a parcel, but definitely... Luckily, my other half answered the door because was it last time? So I didn't do a press conference stream last week because I was on... I did 2 TV shows last week. I did the Premier League fantasy show and I did the Sky Sports show as well. So hopefully you all survived without me. But the week before was when I did my charity stream. I raised £1,300 for charity, which was... I was blown away with that. Honestly, so pleased. So thank you to everyone that did support that. But yeah, so this is like the first like normal press conference stream for a while now. But yeah, loving life. Favourite day of the week? It wasn't last week when I had to then drive home. And it took me 5 hours to drive from London to Grimsby. It's actually the first time I've driven into London and out of London. I normally get my husband to drive me. But I've done it now. So, you know, new me. I survived the experience. Right, let me know in the chat what injury news you're looking for then. I feel like I've got behind on some of the questions as well, so I'll try and catch up. Aaron says, happy to keep Son in this week. If he doesn't play, I've got McNeil from the bench. He will do. I think Postacoglu's words were positive enough. Oh, we've got 860 in. Loving it. Yeah, give the stream a like. I think we could get to 300 likes if you all pull your fingers out. Like, subscribe. And then you can join in the chat. Andy said, Son is where all the points are at Spurs. Yeah, I agree with that. Son to Salah, done before the price rises. Salah. I'm going to be joining you, James. I love that move. Traded Son last week. Is Solanke to Kuna a good move? I would be reluctant to sell Solanke for looking at his next 2 games. But you look at Kuna's next 8. Yeah, he's good. Why is Emery early today? Well, he's not here yet. I don't know. I don't... Like the Spurs press conference... Sorry, not the Spurs. The Man City press conference, when I looked early in the week, was scheduled for 12:30 today. And then when I turned Sky on this morning to get the press conference times... It was, it said 2 o'clock. I was like, this is wrong. But it wasn't. Yeah, we should get a flurry of more press conferences now. You would think. Natasha's not going from Haaland to Salah. She's only got 1 free transfer. -4, not worth it. Agree. Palmer captain as a differential. I mean, a 1-5, was it 5-2 or 5-3 in the cup? I think we could expect a performance from Manchester United against Chelsea, which is rules Palmer out of captaincy for me. At the moment, 51% Haaland, 40% Salah. I think basically anyone that owns Salah is going Salah captain. Anyone that doesn't own Salah is going Haaland. VJ says today's like target is 650. Click away then, guys. Bowen to tear Forest up there, suffering injuries. They're a very solid defensive team, though. Right. Pep will be facing the media shortly. Maresca is in. We're going to have to keep our eyes peeled now, guys. Yeah, Villa do have a good record against Spurs. Would I start Gabriel or Robinson? Are Fulham at home? Yeah. I think I'd start Robinson. VJ says, why not subscribe to Holly's award-winning channel? It's less than 3 weeks till the 2024 Football Content Awards. So I'm only going to be the reigning champion for 3 more weeks, which I'm feeling a bit sad about. If you remember, spam the award emojis in the chat. Any news on Saka? No. No news is good news. Is fine. Realistic Villa fan will win the game. Yeah, and Burmo is a good pick for Brennan Johnson. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm way behind on the member questions. The news on Chris Wood, Nuno didn't mention him specifically, but he did say that there was a few players with issues. Gazman is lurking. Good to see you, Gazman. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I'm not. It's gone. Light Race says, Holly, your conference stream changed starting times from 9:30 to 11:30 to midnight tonight. Did it? It did have it originally scheduled for 12:30 UK time. So, and then I changed it to 1 o'clock. Jadon Sancho is ill. He's not eligible to play in this game anyway. I do think that maybe it's João Felix's place to lose at the moment. Muckwith, Havertz, Semenyo and Trent to this as Saka and 8 Nori. Yeah, but if you've not got Salah, think of a route to Salah first. Andy, my midfield next week will be Salah, Saka, Palmer and Burmo Rodgers. Love that. And Visser and Haaland. You're going to have to start a £4.5 million non-playing forward, is that right? It's too much. Stephen, sell Haaland and Semenyo for Salah and Kuna. Yeah, I'd do that. But I think I prefer Visser to Kuna. Let me know in the chat what you think. Andy, cash for 4.4. Not for this week, though. Yeah. I think that's fine. Oh, Oscar's in. He says, are you going to the FCAs? I am. I'm looking forward to it. Are you going to be there as well? Glasner on Eze has a hamstring injury. Will miss Wolves and Fulham. He'll be out for those 2 games. Eze is out for the next 2 then. I don't think that comes as any surprise. I'll update the box. McNeil's getting ditched now. He's gone. Eze out with hamstring. Back after international break. That'll do. It's all going on now. Breaking press news. There we go. I don't think that's a surprise, is it? Oh, no, I do not want to dictate. I think that mid-price midfielder slot is a bit of a weird one now. Obviously in Burmo, Adam Wharton will have surgery. Well, that's no surprise. I think they was planning on having surgery in the break, so... I don't know as an Eze owner, if you've got Burmo, I think you need to take it down to a budget slot or upgrade Eze to a premium slot. That's what I'd do with that. Oh, we've hit 300 likes. Thank you, guys. 900 of you in. It's crazy. Loving it. Can we get to 1,000 today? Is there enough injuries? So, you know there must be a lot of injuries if there's a lot of people in the stream. I'm not going to complain now. Secretly, I'm hoping that everyone's injured just so that more people join me. I'm joking. I wouldn't wish injuries on players. Shiraz says you'll win twice in a row. I am nominated for 2 awards. I mean, the FPL category is stacked. The other category, is it best in video? I've not looked at who's in there, to be fair. It's like more general football channels, so you never know. That one really is a team effort, though. I'm taking my editor along with me as well. Oh, I'm getting a thank you from Rannock's girlfriend. You helped with him Burmo captain Solanke to Issa. Wow. Yeah, it's already been done, facts. Move has already been made. Not going back. I always lock that experts team in. Oh, see you there. Can I rate Gianni's maths prowess out of 10? 1. 1.5. He did the maths wrong, and then he couldn't justify why he was doing the calculation either. Yeah, Garnacho's a nice shout there, Shiraz, as a replacement. I'd kind of like to see a game from United before buying. But if you want to go down, then I'd say that he's a good buy. Would I start Fez over Powell this week? I can't see Spurs not scoring. But then I can't see Ipswich not scoring either. But then, yeah, I feel like Leicester could have joy from set pieces. Is it mad to sell Haaland for a -4? Yeah, I don't think for a hit that's really viable. Ali Razor's already asking transfers for next week. I mean, that's ambitious. Let's get through this week first. Watkins, Solanke, Martinelli for Saka, Kuna, /Wood and Visser. Yeah. That sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm just checking that we've not missed anything while we've been chatting. It's all going off in the chat today. I'm struggling to keep up. Harry says you aren't really joking. You'll never know, Harry. Harry, are you going to the FCAs as well? It's been a while since I've done any FPL socialising, to be fair. Like, obviously I see Gianni a fair bit for Sky. And we did the fantasy show. But other than that, I didn't go to Game Week 1 Fest. I missed the meets. I was meant to go on a hub meet-up, and then the trains were broken. So I'm well ready for a night out. I mean, when it's been a while, it's always dangerous, isn't it? The fantasy Ballon d'Or. Yeah, there's no gold on the trophy. 325 likes, buzzing. Keep them coming, guys. Muckwith, Havertz, Johnson and Trent to Salah, Jimenez and 8 Nori on free transfers. Get it done. Yeah, it all seems to be a bit all over the place with Spurs, like fullbacks and DMs at the moment. Not Spurs, Chelsea. Colwell's moved back in, hasn't he? Light Ray says gin and tonics on your night out. Absolutely. It's probably mega expensive in London, but I've got a hotel, so make the most of it. Eze will come good at the end of the season. Palace always do. Yeah, we kind of expected them to carry on in the same trajectory, though. I saw there was a stat on the fantasy show last week about the top goal scorers since Chris Wood, since Nuno had taken over at Forest, and Chris Wood was 3rd. Mateta was way up there. Like, his drop-off has been incredible. This season feels like the week people sell, people score. Come on, Haaland. Yeah, he's going nowhere in my team. Oh, this is interesting from Chelsea. Maresca says it could be soon that we see Palmer and Felix play together in the pocket. That would have to be a tweak in their formation then, right? Hopefully it's a positive. You never know. Lots more to come then, guys. So we have had some initial comments from Chelsea and Palace. I've not seen anything yet from Villa. No surprise. Fulham, Ipswich or Wolves. And then at 2 o'clock, it's Pep time. I might actually put that one as well so that I can actually listen in. Because that should be the only one at that time. I was just going to do a bit of digging round to see whether there's any comments coming through anywhere else that we haven't seen yet. Because sometimes some of the live blogs can have different quotes and bits and bobs. I'm just going to navigate to them. They're still covering Spurs. They're still covering Spurs. I think the Amorim early, well, not early announcement, but the announcement at 12 just before the press conferences is kind of thrown off media teams and stuff, which is why everything's a bit all over the place. Yes, I'm still thinking of selling Foden and getting Salah this week. I just need to find the best way of doing it, really. Should I put my team on again for a minute? So this is it at the moment. So if I want to go from Foden to Salah, I've got 3 frees. I'm 1.8 million off. I mean, I could just do that, couldn't I? Could I get Jimenez? I could do that with 2 frees. And keep Gabriel. Or sell Colwill for 8 Nori anyway. These were the suggested moves on Hub. I just don't really know. I don't love Raul Jimenez. He's got the fixtures, hasn't he? I need to be excited enough about selling Solanke. I need to be excited enough about the replacement to sell Solanke. Getting Vandenberg just feels a bit meh. But I probably would start him this week. It means selling Gabriel, but I do still have Raya. I could sell Raya, but I'm not going to do that. But I'd be really excited about having Haaland, Palmer and Salah and captaining Salah this week. I think there is I think it's valid to sell Haaland. I'm looking maybe game week 12, 13, 14, Spurs, Liverpool, Forest. There's a midweek in there as well, which is always carnage. There's a potential hop-off point. Because then it's Palace and then United and Villa away. Get back on. Game week 18. The other thing about game week 12, we've got the fixture swing. Like Chelsea have got Manchester United and Arsenal in the next 2 weeks. Then it's Leicester, Villa, Southampton. Spurs away, but then look at that after that. Brentford, Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, Bournemouth, Wolves. So there's definite fixture swing for Chelsea game week 12. And also a couple of tough next 2 for Arsenal before their schedule eases as well. So at that point, I'm probably going to want Saka. Although I don't know how I'm going to get him. I guess you could strip all funds from all positions, couldn't you? This is not for now, guys. This is for in a few weeks. Did you go Vissa and then... Yeah, you could do something like that. I know Yeah, so it is possible to own all four. Saka, Palmer, Salah and Haaland. It's not going to be something that I do now. Something to ponder though. Right, we've got a few more updates. Ogbene has had surgery on an Achilles tear. Sounds nasty. Latest injury news from Bournemouth. We've had that already, haven't we? Looks like the Wolves press has started. Johnston is fine. Which is good news. Although I feel like Jose Sarr's the better goalkeeper anyway. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else coming through at the moment other than Phil Foden's Halloween pictures. I was going to say, didn't he have a kid when it was the Euros? But that can't be the kid that was born when it was the Euros. Yeah, no mention of Kuna in the Wolves presser, so we think he'll be fine. No mention of Solanke, so we assume he's okay as well. I didn't know that Solanke wouldn't be okay. Oh, the Aston Villa press conference has started. 17 minutes later than the advertised time, but 13 minutes earlier than the normal time. We'll take it. Yeah, I don't mind having dibbling. It's not like Winks was starting every week anyway. FPL Amateur fancies Kuna captain, is that? Or are you saying Kuna's injured? He's not, he's fine. Vissa, Pedro and Haaland is a good front three, yeah. Son down tonight. Would I go Strand Larson instead of Jimenez? No. One more free transfer to go from Foden to Salah. Would you consider Vardy and Bonner? Who's Bonner for a single game week punt now? How will I get Saka back? I think we've done that one. Keep Gabriel is probably starting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he probably will start, but I don't know if I want him in the next few weeks. We've got 1,000 in, guys, which is amazing. So thank you. Make sure you're subscribed. Oh, FPL Harry's in with another game. Guess a number from 1 to 20. I'm in. Can't win my own game, so hopefully I wasn't right. FPL Amateur says Chelsea 4-3-2-1, Palmer and Felix in the 2, Jackson up front, width from the fullbacks. I mean, Chelsea have got the fullbacks to provide the width, haven't they? I've won my own game. Oh, thanks, Harry. What's my prize? Tell you what, you can give me my prize at the FCAs. Take that. I win a like, oh thank you. It's probably easier to give me the prize than anyone else. Yeah, Harry has officially broken the chat now. We don't mind, I'll let you off. A Guardiola news is coming up in 10, guys. So, Villa press conference is coming now. Not had any injury lines yet. Chelsea press conference has been and gone. Crystal Palace, we've heard that Eze is out with a hamstring injury, back after the international break. Fulham presser, not seen any quotes from that yet. We'll go check on that in a minute. Ipswich presser, we've had quotes from that one, and Wolves, we've had quotes from that one. So yeah, a bit more to get through. Can't see any quotes at the moment from those ones that I've just mentioned. Which is a bit annoying. Sometimes things pop up on the Athletic, but my account's being a bit dodgy at the moment. Yeah, it's wall to wall on Amarim at the moment. Unless this live does anything other than react. No. We'll keep an eye on things though. Pep's the big one, yeah? I am going to listen in on my iPad. I'll actually set that up now. I've got a very old iPad. I actually had to trade my iPad. Well, it was a bit of a hand-me-down anyway, but I had to trade it with my daughter because she managed to get just the end of the headphone jack stuck in the headphone port. So she's got my iPad, my hand-me-down iPad, which is slightly quicker than this one. But it's a bit steady getting it loaded up, so I'm just going to load it up now. To be fair, I barely use it. I use it to do my Tesco food shop delivery on. Even though it feels like I live in Tesco at the moment. I don't actually like having to go and do the weekly shop. Reece James looking to start his third successive game. Yeah. So it will be a changed Chelsea side. Which is good news. Yeah, Sky have got the Maresca press conference at the moment, so I think we're okay in that respect. Keep your questions coming, guys, and I will answer a few while we're waiting for the later press conferences to come in. And we're getting close to 400 likes now as well. Manchester Maverick. Wood, Son and Gabriel should all start. Eze to be transferred out. Yeah. Sell your biggest injury concern, which is Eze. Andy, best cheap defenders, Cash, Hall, Anderson, Mikalenko. 8 Nori if you can get there. I'm looking at buying Vandenberg this week and probably looking at those other options. I mean, Anderson, Fulham have got great defensive numbers. Below 4.4. Yeah, maybe Anderson then. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a new manager. Muckwith, bench 1, Semenyo, Rodgers, Mikalenko. Semenyo. Yeah, 3 games in a row for Reece James. He'd be injured. Be injured before long. Now Sky's showing the Arsenal press conference again. Sad says, what do you think of Solanke and Gabriel out for Kuna and Trent? I think if I was taking money out, I'd be using it to get another premium in the midfield. Like, if you can get a Salah in the midfield rather than Trent in the defence. Guardiola's a beard injury. Moko asks why people are buying Salah. Because he's got 6 double-digit hauls in 9 this season. I don't think any week I don't see anyone really seriously considering captain Saka, despite what the fixture is. But Salah, yeah, it's viable. Yeah, the Pep press conference could be 4 minutes away. Apparently Unai Emery is in for his press conference. Still not seen any quotes from Fulham. Or what was the other one that we was waiting on? I forgot now. Oh, we've heard from Wolves, haven't we? Yeah, I think it's just Fulham. Fulham, Villa, and then City. Hopefully Pep's on time. So we've got Vardiol's probably the update. Akanji maybe. I mean, we'll get an update on Savio, but given that he was stretchered off, I don't think you can expect much. Fact says you can cover Palmer and Saka with other players, but you can't the other premiums. I don't know if you can cover Palmer, or Saka for that matter. Wood is the best there, yeah. Yeah, so we've heard that Son has trained and he should be available. Eze is out with a hamstring injury back after the break, and Gabriel could make the squad for Arsenal after training today. Arteta relieved that it wasn't a big problem. Still waiting for quotes from Aston Villa and Fulham before we go to Pep in 2 minutes' time. Supposedly. That's if he's on time. If you're here, like, subscribe. Loving the support today, guys, by the way. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Adam Wharton. Like, he's been reporting for weeks that he needs surgery. Like, I don't understand, like, how you can need surgery but still play game in, game out. Anyway, he went off injured again in midweek and now will have the surgery. Yeah, if anyone was worried about Chris Wood, he was asked himself if he was okay and he said he's fine. So I don't think we need to worry too much. Yeah, 1K watching. Give the stream a like. We've reached 400 subscribers as well. 400 subscribers? 400 likes. Can't get my words out. We just need to see now a post that's from that Pep is in the building. Here we go. What even is that, Pep? Tomorrow you will know it. You will see it, the list. I have many doubts, most of them half. Tomorrow you will know. God, what is that, Pep? That's not helpful at all. What is the point of having a press conference where you say, oh yeah, I've got injured players, but I'll tell you tomorrow. You'll see the team sheet tomorrow. Well, this is what the press conference is for. Ultimate troll. By the way, Sky Sports News is still on a break, so gonna have to listen to it. Late. Pep. We will play with 11 at Bournemouth. Everyone except Rodri should be back in January. Bob in final stages, so we'll see where we stand then. Well, I don't want to know who's available in January. I want to know who's available tomorrow. I give up. I mean, I'm glad that I'm not one of these people who needs this information for my team this week, because that is just rubbish. I'm going to listen in. It's not actually on yet on Sky, although to be fair, because I'm watching it on my iPad, it is a bit delayed as well, which isn't ideal, but you know. I don't even know what to say to that from Pep. Like, it's just ridiculous. In the US, they tell you they have to declare the teams like the day before. I mean, they do play tomorrow. It's not the early kickoff. Arsenal's the early kickoff where we could get Gabriel news. But we could get news from City. Especially because they're away. Like, we should get information on who has travelled. So if you are waiting on news on Guardiola, for example, then we'll find out. This is positive if you're a Chris Wood owner.
I want a lot more. I've got a lot more goals to achieve.
A little interview with him.
I want to keep striving and get as many as possible. And hopefully that's going to be the case.
They wouldn't post that if there was an issue. We've got the Fulham press quotes as well. Lukic is out until after the break. Castagna back in training. I think that could be it. Yeah, Pep, what are you doing to us? I don't even know what to suggest if you're a Guardiola owner. I think you just got to wait for some more information. Don't know what we're going to get, but I'm in Pep. Sky aren't even covering the press conference at the moment. They're talking about United again. Guardiola says Savio's injury is not too bad. It was a knock, a strong one, but not fractured. We had this with Haaland last year, though, didn't we? Of, oh, it's not a fracture. It's just bruising. And then he was out for ages, so... Like, I think Pep's obviously made some sarky comment at the start because he likes to have a moan about the number of fixtures and all that. He might still give us something a bit more useful yet. We've got hope. And also, there could be embargo quotes that come out after 10:30 tonight, which could help us. Guardiola on facing Bournemouth with a depleted squad. We know the situation. What can we do? Try to recover as quick as possible and we'll see. I can't believe Pep's just given us no update. It's not... Like, I don't even own Guardiola. It's just... I just find it frustrating. It doesn't seem fair. That he can just get away with telling us nothing. And again, we were in this situation where Sky are not showing the press conference either, which is not useful. I still haven't seen any quotes from Aston Villa either. Let me check the Villa website. I can't see anything. Villa website. News. Sometimes the Athletic report. What? Standard though that the Villa press conference was scheduled early and then Emery turns up late anyway, and then even though the Pep's presser is supposedly the last one, it's still Unai Emery we're waiting on. We did get that post, didn't we, though? That he was in. It was in. Oh, thanks, Gianni. Gianni's in the chat. Good to see you. I've missed you. I was thinking, when am I going to see Gianni? I think saw you, spent all day with you, felt like last week, this week. I've not seen you at all. Pod on Friday. Well, no, this is Friday. Pod on Sunday, I mean. Yeah, still waiting for quotes from Palace. Not Palace. Villa. I don't even know what I don't believe there was any big issues in the Palace squad, in the Villa squad. Why am I saying Palace when I mean Villa? Yeah, that's not very often that you get a team up on the FPL site and there's literally no player flagged. I know you can't quite see because of the way I've cropped the screen, but yeah, that's impressive. I mean, until Unai Emery mentions it. So I'm just looking to see if I can get the Villa news anywhere. I probably ought to do this on another tab so that it's not really off-putting for you. But at least you know I'm on it. I feel like the Emery news has really screwed up the press conference. Shall we? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll sum up everything we've got so far and then we can go back to the Palace one, can't we? If I can find the bookmarks. There we go. Give this a refresh. Because it's been a busy one. I'll put the big box up as well. Savio's injury is not too bad. It was a knock, but it's not fractured. It's the update we've had from Pep. Lukic is out for Fulham. Castagne's back in training and should make the squad. Pep has given us no injury update, really. He said tomorrow we will know because we will see the list. He's got many doubts, most of them 50-50. Reece James looking to start his third successive game. Palmer starts. Johnson's fine for Wolves. Mario's trained as well in the last couple of days. Ogbene's had Achilles surgery. Palmer and Felix could play together in the pocket soon. Glasner confirms that Wharton will have surgery. Eze will miss 2 games. Sancho has been ill, but he's not eligible to play in this game anyway. Van de Ven, hamstring injury, back after the break. Romero and Werner have a chance. Son trained today. If he gets through tomorrow, he should be okay. Odegaard could be back in midweek. Ryan Fraser, late fitness test for Southampton. Kepa and Sinisterra out for Bournemouth. Otara is also a doubt. Billing is a back. Gabriel, training session today. If he can complete that, he'll be available. He hasn't had one yet, i.e. hasn't trained yet. Anthony Gordon and Isak both with doubts. Make a decision today. Wilson will be back after the break. Kuna is fine. Fulkrug's still out for West Ham. Forest have some issues. No mention specific on Chris Wood. Dwight McNeil has got a chance. Kanji's expected to be fine. Some quotes on Broja. Gabriel was in contention for the cup, so he should be fine as well. Guardiola had treatment at the end of the Spurs game in midweek. Ben White is a doubt. Rico Lewis, Pep said he can't rest him, which probably means that Lewis is benched, knowing Pep for this one. Grealish, Walker, out. Salah is not going on international duty in the break, which is the week after game week 11. João Pedro's a wait and see, could be involved. And then I've just seen this from Ben Dinnery, putting his neck on the line. Akanji is expected to be fine. Guardiola is another who needs to be assessed. Pep said on Wednesday that Walker and Grealish had no chance. So that's where we're at with that. So that's the summary. So no specific quotes on Guardiola, which is annoying. Still waiting for quotes from Aston Villa, although we're not expecting, famous last words, any injuries. But it shouldn't be far off, let's put it that way. Hopefully I've gone through everyone that you needed me to go through. But yeah, we're still waiting on these last bits. There will be embargo quotes from today's press conferences as well. Yeah, I don't really know what we're waiting for in terms of Villa. Maybe the fact that chatting about stuff that's not relevant means that there's nothing relevant in terms of team news. Anyway, Van de Ven's back out until after the break. Yeah, there was no mention of Kuna in the Wolves press conference, so he should be fine. Yeah, Rodgers not expecting to hear anything again. Maybe there isn't anything from Villa. Seems strange that there's nothing though. I mean, no news is good news. The fact that... here we go. The boss on team news for Spurs away. We had only one injured player, and it's Ross Barkley. He has a small issue. He's not going to be available for the next 2 weeks. So yeah, very good in terms of player availability. VJ says we're creeping towards 500 likes. I'll tell you what you need to do then, guys. Let me just jump across. A few jobs for you. You need to like the stream. You need to subscribe to the channel. And you need to hit the notify button, because I've just dropped the link to tomorrow's deadline stream. I'll be going live at 9:30 tomorrow with 3 transfers to make, by the way. I'll be going live at 9:30 tomorrow. So hit those buttons for the deadline stream. All of your support there is really appreciated. And also, on the way out, can you go and raid Chasing Green Arrows stream? They're live now. And what I want you to write in their chat is Captain Salah. Okay? Head over to Chasing Green Arrows live and put Captain Salah in the chat. Really confuse them. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.